We've infiltrated the Baptism Overland studio, and I'd like to be the first to welcome you to Baptism Overland here in sunny Florida. We are trying to install some LightForce lights on everybody's rig. LightForce has blessed us all with some driving lights, some Genesis, some Vipers, some light bars, HDX2s, you name it. We're gonna have the catalog installed on everybody's vehicles here. So the gang is all here trying to install the lights on their rig. We're going on a trail ride here soon, and I'm going to talk about that stuff later, but it's going to be pretty exciting. But today is an install day, so we're all going to hang out in the sun and get lit, and it's going to be super dope. So step one is taking off the skid plate and trying to figure out how we're going to get this third Genesis on, because this bumper, the ARB Stubby bumper, is not designed for 3 lights, designed for 2. But I think we got a plan. Follow me through this. You can call me an idiot down in the comments below, tell me it looks stupid, or just tell me it looks really good. Build me up, stop being so mean. But we're going to get started on this.
I think it looks awesome, and I would do it.
Call me crazy, call me insane. The jester and the king is one and the same. The question of who really wants this freak show will have you rattle your brain.
The ARB Stubby bumper comes with all this different bracketry to create a flip-up front license plate if your state requires that. Florida doesn't, we're blessed. So we're gonna repurpose this bracketry. We're gonna drill some holes to get it up and even with the other mounts themselves. And we have a piece of metal we're gonna string across the top here to create a little more rigid platform, move that light back a little bit, which is then going to cause us to have to drill some holes in the ARB brackets that come with the bumper itself to move these lights forward all in the plane. But all done and said, I think this is going to work out great. We're probably going to zip off the top here so it looks like just one piece of flat and we don't have these little horns sticking out where the front license plate would pivot. And it's going to go behind the fair lead. It's going to look stock. It's going to look really professional when we're all done. And I'm getting excited because I think this is actually going to work out. Because on the drive over here, I spent 5.5 hours trying to figure out how we're going to make this work, and I wasn't convinced that we could. But now I think it's all starting to come together. I got some help from some smarter people, so let's get to installing some stuff.
I make believe that I'm dining with kings. I'm justifying reprehensible.
Here it is. So we cut up that license plate mount, and now we basically created 2 brackets.
Yep.
And where's that piece of bar? Bar is over here. We're gonna take this,
Drill a couple holes.
put it right on there, and mount the Genesis to that.
Yep.
Then we slot this bracket so that these can come forward just a smidge,
Ever so slightly.
just ever so slightly, and I think you got it working, bro.
I think we're pretty close.
Ingenuity.
Heck yeah.
See, when we all work together,
Good things happen.
nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing.
You can't control me. I can't even.
Let's bring you up to speed with where we're at now. You can see that we made the bracket, and what we did was just took the license plate bracket, like I said, we kind of trimmed it down. We had a piece of bar stock that we used to create the cross member there, and it's stiff enough that that's not going to go anywhere. Now the light's not bolted on, it's just placed evenly in the center. We found that 2.5 inches away from each light was dead center for this light. We centered it between the 2 and not necessarily centered on the bracket. Now we're going to drill a hole in the bracket so we can mount the third Genesis, and from there we got to pull the outer Genesis forward so they're all aligned in a plane, because as you can see right now they are not. We don't love that. We also made sure that we had plenty of room behind the light for the wiring harness. See if I can show you. Might be tricky on camera. The wiring harness is going to fit just perfect back there, nice and snug, and still give us some room for adjustments. But we are getting there, and I'm falling in love with this look.
The jester and the king is one and the same. The question of who really wants this freak show will have you rattle your brain. The sharpest elbows, the sharpest.
So check this out. Initially we thought we were going to have to cut into or slot or drill this bracket in order to push it out so all three of our lights were in a plane, all even Steven. But I think after looking at the LightForce mounting brackets on the Genesis themselves and kind of thinking outside the box, I think we came up with a pretty cool solution. Let me show you what we're thinking here. So if we look at the brackets themselves, these are currently on the way that we think they're going to work the best. But before, they were flipped, and what that did is it pushed the light forward about a ½ inch to an inch. So we flipped it back now in the opposite direction as they come from the factory. And you can see it kind of pushes it back a ½ inch to an inch. So I think, and we did it on the other side already, but I think this is going to work out awesome. You can see that they are pretty darn close enough for government work, right in the same plane. So I think that that's going to be pretty awesome. That saves us some headache having to drill into this thick aluminum or steel. I'm not quite sure what it is, but saves us a little bit of time and effort there. Just a quick flip here, and we're off to the races. Boom, worked out like a champ. And so we've been going at this since about 9 in the morning. It is now 4:48. And we are wrapping up, just about done. Danon is the only one running electrical still. He had to run out and get some wire. My 3 Genesis are up, hooked up, operational. They look fantastic. We got some ARB ROK40s for ditch lights mounted up on the A-pillar of the Jeep. John's got the HDX2s installed. Zach's got a light bar installed from LightForce in the truck next to me, and I'm just kind of hanging out in the shade, escaping the sun for a minute. We're under heat advisory, and we're doing it again because we don't learn our lessons. But I'm pumped. Everybody's rig looks so good with these lights installed. I'm super thrilled that we were able to get the 3rd Genesis on there, something I had been fantasizing for a little while, and I'm just glad that it worked out the way that it did, and we were able to do that. So the only thing left to do now is wait for the sun to go down a little bit so we can aim the lights and get them all beam patterned out to where we want them to be, throwing a really successful beam down the road. But until then, I'm gonna go cool off, drink lots of water because I'm dehydrated. After a long hot day of working on the rigs, getting the lights all installed, they look fantastic. We decided to come down to the beach and do some photos, take some reels, and do some drone shots and show some different throws of the different lights and how they compare to each other. It's gonna be an awesome setup. Asia's going through all that stuff now. So we're just kind of behind the scenes, watching them work, watching the magic happen. But man, it's gonna be cool to compare all these different lights on the different rigs. We really have the entire catalog of the driving lights. And I think that's a pretty neat comparison that you've not seen anywhere else, or at least we haven't seen anywhere else. So I'm excited to be able to do that with Asia, and definitely follow his channel because he's going to show that.
Call me crazy, call me insane. The gesture and the king is one and the same. The question of
All right, so we're back in the driveway. Learned a pretty valuable lesson. Understand how you're hooking up your lights and what the tolerance is for the fuses and the wires and all those things. So each one of these lights pulls about 11.7 amps. I have 3 hooked up to my Lasfit aux switch. So it's pulling way more than the 30 amps that it's rated for, and the fuse in there. So we blew a fuse. So we're not able to run all 3 lights at the same time off of the same Lasfit switch the way that it's set up right now. So basically the plan is at this point is we are going to wire in a relay so we can trigger the LightForce relay with the Lasfit switch. That will provide us the proper amount of power pulling for the 3 Genesis lights. So we should no longer be blowing 30 amp fuses because it's not acting the same way that it was before. So this is going to solve that problem for us, and we got to get back out on the beach and finish filming some of the stuff that we wanted to film. So I got to rush through this, but Zach is here helping me from Sunshine State Vikings, and we are going to knock this out. and get back in action lickety split, and I'm excited about that.
I make believe that I'm dining with kings. I'm justifying reprehensible things. The wind is rising underneath my feathers. The sun is hot on my wings.
All right, we're buttoned back up. Everything's connected. Op checked good. We're back in action.